Tamily. We are getting ready to start. I think this is our 24th interview for Ask Tamily. It might be 25, but I think it's 24. You can, if you don't already, follow the Ask Tamily page, which is where we post the schedules. We'll put up a story when we have the interviews on YouTube. You can also put questions there if you want us to ask the people that we're interviewing. But the most exciting thing is to be able to watch live. Ask the questions. Anyone watching today, definitely type in any questions that you have. Of course, we have some questions planned for Kimmy as well, and she will be joining in just one moment. Hello!
Hi!
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to be able to interview you and hear about your journey with the Tracy Anderson method.
Thank you so much. You and Nicole are amazing, and I'm so happy to be a part of it, and I'm just excited to do it.
Cool. Well, what we'll do is ask some of the questions that we have planned, but as people might type in questions, we'll try to watch those too and ask those as well. And then Nicole will be joining in a little bit, and she'll let us know if there's any questions for you on the Ask Tamily page also.
Great.
Awesome. Well, let's start where we all, converge as a community. When and how did you start the Tracy Anderson method?
Oh, I started a long time ago. It's been almost 9 years now. I started with the Metamorphosis series.
Okay.
And I did all 4 years of continuity.
Wow.
And just when I was finishing that, the streaming started.
Okay.
So I was able to jump right into that, which I think is the best yet. It's really phenomenal all the options that we have and the way we can be a part of a studio class every week. I love it. And I started when I saw her on Oprah with Gwyneth way back when. I was just looking for something different to do. I had been working out and trying all different things, and it just seemed like I was staying exactly the same always. And I was searching for anything to be different and change. Mm-hmm. So after I saw her, I knew that I needed to at least give it a try.
Mm-hmm. And then what made you stick with it versus any other fitness methods that you've done before?
I felt like, well, in the beginning, when I first started, I was like, what is this? Very, very intimidating, a little overwhelming, not really sure what I was doing. So it did take a while before I felt like I could really connect with it and really start to notice results. But I think because I danced most of my life, that I really felt connected to it in that way, that I felt like I needed to stick with it. And in the past, all the other workouts I had done, it just seemed like I wasn't getting the results I was looking for. I did CrossFit for a while, like before it was like a big thing, and I just felt like everything was getting bigger instead of getting smaller, and it just wasn't for me. And, between that and just like step aerobics and all that kind of workout stuff, but it just wasn't doing anything for me. Mm-hmm. And then once I started to notice that this was really making the changes that I wanted in my body, I knew that this is where I needed to be.
So we have a question in the chat from Luca, and I apologize if I say anybody's names wrong. But she said, how long did it actually take you to see results?
It did take a while. I would say noticeable results probably a year into it. Okay. I did notice some results pretty quickly, but when you really start to see things kind of really come in, I think it was after a year or so into the Metamorphosis series and the continuity, I really started to notice a difference. So it did take a significant amount of time, but I could just tell the way I was feeling, like pretty soon after I started, that it was going to get me to where I needed to be.
Well, and it just really shows like your dedication, because doing that, like before streaming, I mean, to me, streaming has that energy that, you know, can really pull you in. When you're doing continuity, you're alone with Tracy, which is motivating in a way, but not quite like streaming.
Oh, right, absolutely.
And even, I mean, you were doing this before the Tamily existed. Like,
I know.
To think you had that motivation just on your own, that's really, really amazing.
Well, I think, like I said, the motivation had a lot to do with just feeling really connected to it, and knowing where it was taking me. And again, like you said, the Tamily wasn't there. Instagram, I don't even know if it was there. So once I got on all of that and realized the community that was out there and how much it's grown even still, that is just amazing. And it really motivates me every single day, and I'm like all of us, watching each other and being able to, you know, talk to one another and meet each other, and it really is a phenomenal thing that we are all a part of.
So now that you have been doing the method for 9 years, what's your routine around it? Like, do you take rest days, and, you know, which workouts do you do in streaming?
So I usually work out 6 days a week. Sundays are usually a rest day for me. I almost always do the advanced master class. I'll give the intermediate class a try during the week sometimes. It just depends on how I'm feeling and where I'm at, but mostly I do the advanced class, and I usually do it about 6 days a week. That's where I feel my best. And it's such a routine for me now. It literally is just my life. I get up in the morning, I feed my dog, I take her out, I, you know, turn all the heaters on in my room and change and go work out. Like, that's just every day. That's just what it is.
Do you work in dance cardio as well, or do you mostly focus on the masterclass?
I do dance cardio probably 4 to 5 days a week.
Okay.
I think because I danced for so many years, I just need that in my life, and I feel that it helps just with the progress I have made. I think it just helps me stay where I need to be, and I really like it. It's really fun. I love learning the dances and then being able to get to a point where I just know them and I can do them without a problem. So the only thing I wish I had was Tracy's floor.
Yeah.
Because it is pretty amazing. So maybe one day.
So, you know, I mean, now, especially with streaming, there just seems to be so many cardio options. Like, what are some of your go-tos that you really like for dance cardio?
Well, I really love the premium dances, especially the ones that Tracy does, sometimes with a trainer, sometimes by herself. Those are really fun to me because there are a lot of new dances that, you know, I've learned and I like to do them. But I'll go back in the archives and, you know, do some old classes from Courtney or Evan, Maria Cowling, Maria D, all of them. The newest one that's out actually with, I think her name's Sarah. Okay. That one's really fun. If you haven't tried it, I would definitely try it. It's really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who in the Tamily inspires you?
Oh gosh, everyone. I mean, it's just, like I said, it's such an amazing community that being a part of it is just so wonderful. You know, I work in an industry where it can be pretty competitive and pretty cutthroat, that when you can be with women that support each other and build each other up all the time, and just everyone has so many positive, nice, wonderful things to say all the time. It's just amazing. And being able to have met a handful of girls already, like, I can't wait. Like, I just want to meet everyone.
That's why we're doing these interviews.
I know, it's so wonderful that you guys, you know, put this together. It's amazing.
Yeah, hopefully one day we'll have everyone interviewed, but
I know.
Obviously it'll be a while for that.
Yeah.
Do you have any workout partners?
Not really partners. I just, you know, people that on Instagram and part of the Tamily that I just you click on every day and see, Meredith and Loretta, of course, and Christina, all of them just every day. I feel like I'm partners with everyone because we all have this time together.
Yeah, that is what's so amazing about it.
It is. It really is.
Have you personally faced any challenges in doing the method?
I would say, there's times where it's difficult. Some weeks are harder than others, of course. So you have to really watch the breakdowns, I feel like, and pay attention to what's going on before you actually perform it. I think it took me a while to get my heat and humidity to a really great place. That was a challenge for me. I live in Chicago, and it's cold here a lot of the time. And so it's hard to keep that going. But thankfully, with the help of my husband, who's amazing, it's like perfect now. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, and that I have to say, I guess, was the biggest challenge to get it where I needed it to be.
So how did you get it right? Is it mostly about the heater and the humidifier you're using, or did you do something else?
I think it's a combination. I have 2 infrared heaters and a humidifier and a steamer.
Okay.
My husband, who's in construction, kind of built me like a little room. It's made with like not walls. It's like makeshift.
Mm-hmm.
And just sealing me in there, literally, with, just so that it was all covered. My ceiling has plastic on it. I feel like Dexter working out. But I think just the combination of it all really got it good.
And you get it to the ratio that Tracy says, I think like 90-something degrees, and I can't remember.
Sometimes. Okay. Most of the time, it gets to anywhere between 85 and 90 degrees.
Okay.
And my humidity, in the very beginning, I can get it up to about the same, like 90 degrees,
okay.
Or
wow.
90% humidity. But that will drop throughout.
Yeah.
And usually stay around like 80%. So it's hot. But it's good. It's really, really good.
How long have you been doing the heat and humidity, and what do you think, impact has that made for you?
So I started doing the heat and humidity after going to the first Vitality week that I went to. I didn't really realize how it was, how hot, and that I knew that was part of it, but I don't think I realized how important it was.
Yeah.
After that, it took a long time to get to where I could get it right, but once I realized that that's where it had to be, I just kept doing whatever I had to kind of get it there. I feel like that really makes a big difference in your body, because just that sweating really brings things in, and it makes me feel so good to sweat like that. And I think it's true, like Tracy says, it becomes so addicting that I was just in Florida for a while, and it's hot there, but it wasn't the same. As soon as I got home, I could not wait to get in there and start sweating. I know that sounds crazy, but I was just so happy to do that.
That's why we only let the Tamily watch these interviews.
I know. Well, people think I'm crazy. My friends and family, and I'm a hairstylist, so my clients follow me on Instagram, and they're like, "What are you doing?" But it's not good.
So another question we have for you, I know the answer, but we can't wait to hear about it. Have you been to any Vitality Weeks, and have you met Tracy?
Yes. I am fortunate enough to have been to 3 Vitality Weeks, 2 here in Chicago, and then 1 just last year in Miami. The first one I went to here in Chicago actually was the 4-day Vitality Week, which I don't think she does anymore. They seem to only be 2 now. But that was amazing to have all that time with her.
Yeah.
She's so great that, you can talk to her and ask her whatever you want. And to be able to spend time with her and then other people in the community. And at that time, there really was, streaming was only like 6 months in or so, and there wasn't like this huge community like there is now. So I met people there, but not like last year when I went to Miami, and everybody that was there, you feel like you know them already the second you see them. So it was so cool, and I hope to go to one this year. I don't know if, when they're coming out or where it should be, but it'd be great if she came back here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And we would really like everyone that's been in the Ask Tamily interview to kind of like meet up for one. So if that happens,
oh my gosh, yes,
we'll have to like all buy it immediately. But
for sure, that would be awesome.
Let's try to do that. Maybe even like plan something where people are going to one of our studios or whatever and do like a meetup. So
yes, that would be so fun.
So do you happen to have any tips for doing TAM while traveling?
Just to do it, really. I mean, I don't travel a ton except if I'm going to Florida, in which we have a house there, so I have, everything there and ready to go. But if I have to be in a hotel or something like that, I just, you make it work, whether you have to go into the hotel gym or in your own room or wherever. I mean, unfortunately, it's hard to travel with all that weight a lot of the time. So, there's been times where I just, have to do it without any weights. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, you get the workout in, you get, somewhat of the same effect. And I think the biggest thing is to just do it. Just, bring your computer or whatever you stream from and just do it.
That's probably the best advice.
Yeah.
It's true. You just have to get it done. It has to be the same thing as brushing your teeth.
Right. And I feel like that's where I am in my life now. Like, this is what I'm doing. And usually because, like I said before, I work out first thing in the morning. If people are calling me or texting me, they know I'm not answering. They usually know what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. So, and they'll just wait for me and I get it done and that's it.
Yeah.
So, same when you travel.
So I don't know if this is a question, but I'm going to read what Catherine said. Kimmy, I want you to know that I just paused my jams and anthems during the workout so I could listen to this instead. So
oh my God, I love you,
that's not a question,
Catherine.
but yeah, that's so wonderful.
It is. I love Catherine. She is hilarious, and all of her food that she's all posting now, and she's just gorgeous. And I love the way that she is sticking with continuity. Yes. Even though, we have this, great streaming program, she is going to finish it, and it's so great. I tell her all the time, like, finish it. Year 4 of continuity, if you haven't done it, it is so intense, even though it's only I think it's only 3 months long, maybe. Mm-hmm. I don't remember, but it's so intense, and it's so good. So I know that's where she's at, so good for you, Catherine.
I give a lot of credit to you guys that did continuity all the way through because I bought it and I did some of it, but especially when, you're hearing about streaming and you see that it's all these people involved, even though I bought all of continuity, I'm I have to go to this other thing.
I know.
It's so tiny. I have to go look at it. But it really shows, the dedication. And I think, you really see, the design that Tracy has made and, then evolve over to streaming.
Yes, for sure. And streaming is so fun, and it's so great. I mean, I think it's really, just, the total next place you really need to be, other than if you're in the middle of continuity. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't finished it or was just about to finish it.
Right.
I don't know if I would have finished it or if I would have just jumped in. So, I mean, it is cool to be in the class with Tracy in streaming and versus just her or Maria or Stacy in continuity.
Right.
But I think especially Catherine, she's almost done, so she might as well finish it at this point.
Exactly. What advice have you received from someone in the Tamily or maybe even Tracy that has been impactful to you?
Well, Well, in the beginning of, with my heat and humidity situation, I got a lot of good advice from people that were, helping me try to figure out the steamer situation and the which heaters work best and stuff like that. I mean, every time, like, I've been to a Vitality Week, Tracy says something that, sticks with you, or, that that's just the way you should be going. I remember the first Vitality Week, she said, how you should work out every day. And every day you don't work out, you either gain weight or stay the same. Mm-hmm. And that has totally stayed with me since then. And I just told my husband that the other day, he gets into like these routines where he works out like crazy and then kind of takes a break. And I'm like, if every day you don't work out, you either gain weight or stay the same. And if you're happy with where you're at, then it doesn't matter, then you just stay the same. But if you're looking to lose weight, then that just resonates with me so much that that's, something you should definitely be doing.
Right. And especially, I mean, as we all age and metabolism changes, yes, all of that stuff, it's important to have that as like the foundation of your wellness routine.
Definitely. And I feel like all the sweating that we do, mm-hmm, that it makes such a difference in like the aging process, like your skin, everything just feels so much better.
Absolutely. Have you personally converted anyone to the Tracy Anderson?
I have tried, and I've had friends that have given it a try. I just think it's so different for so many people than what you normally go to the gym and do, that it's hard for people to stick with it. And I have, a lot of I get so many questions about Tracy Anderson. Yeah, I feel like people ask me more about that than like what to do with their hair at this point in my life. So I'm always giving advice and telling people, just try it. You don't be scared. Just stick with it. Give it a chance. You're gonna love it. But I don't think I've actually officially converted anybody over, but I have had friends and family give it a try, here and there. But
and a lot of people start, just with trying it, and it might be like a few years later,
right?
And they're ready.
Yeah. You have to be ready, and it has to be the right time for you, and so maybe they'll get there. I don't know.
Well, another question we have for you is, what do your friends and family think of Tam? And it sounds like your husband is extremely supportive, which is amazing.
He is extremely supportive. He thinks I'm insane, and so does most of my friends and family. But they also get it, they see the results in me, and they see how much I love it. But, I mean, I talked to my aunt yesterday on the phone, and she was like, "You're driving me crazy with this. I want to do it." But everybody thinks I'm nuts, and especially like the Tamily and how connected we are and how we talk, and we are, commenting on each other's posts, and they think I'm crazy. But at this point, everyone in my life is, used to it. Mm-hmm. My friends call me, they're like, "Oh, okay, Tracy,"
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
Is there a motivational quote that you would like to share with the Tamily, or kind of like a mantra that you have about your workout?
I don't know if there's really a quote for it, but I just feel that if you can wake up every day and be grateful, for being here and having whatever life you have, even if you have, trouble going on in your life or bad situations. I think if you can just wake up and be grateful for everything that you have and everything that you're learning, and start the day that way, I think that's sets the tone for the rest of the day. And then at night, I try to just say, to the universe or to whoever, thank you for this day. It's, whatever it has brought me, it has taught me so much, and I'm grateful that I've had this day and I have this life. And I feel that way, with my workout as well. I feel grateful that I have this opportunity, this wonderful teacher, and the things that Tracy puts out for us every week. And I'm grateful for my husband building me this great room and, all of this stuff. Like, I think that is just something that really gets me going every single day and to a really good place.
That's an excellent way to connect with the workout about being grateful, because we all need to be a little more grateful, and it definitely changes, what our outlook is, obviously.
Right.
You think it that way.
Yes. And we all have our moments where we just are like, screw it, life sucks or whatever. But, if you can come back to that good place at some point and realize, it could always be worse, and, life is valuable, and be grateful that we have it.
Yes, exactly. Even when we have tough situations, I've seen Tracy's dedication through tough situations to us, and that's very inspiring.
Yes, definitely.
What is something that's important to you that you would want the Tamily to know?
My family, my friends, my husband, my health, just the people every day that I surround myself with. My family is everything to me. They are literally everything to me. So I think that's probably the most important thing. My husband and my family. And my dog.
Yes, I feel the same way about my dogs.
Yeah.
I know you kind of answered this question already, but just tell us a little bit more. Where do you live and what do you do?
I live in Chicago. I'm in the suburbs. I'm about 25 miles out of downtown Chicago. I'm a hairstylist and a makeup artist. I've been doing hair for 23 years.
Oh my goodness.
I know. And makeup for, gosh, I don't even know now, maybe 6 or 7 years.
Okay.
Been a while.
I can't believe you're old enough to have done something for 23 years.
Yeah. Well, I started just out of high school. I went to beauty school while I was still in high school.
Oh, okay.
So I was able to graduate both at the same time and start working.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I've been working as a hairstylist for a very long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. We have another question on the chat. Where is the most relaxing place you've ever visited?
Oh. Relaxing place. Well, one of my favorite places I've ever been is Costa Rica. I just loved the atmosphere there. The people there were amazing. It's beautiful. The rainforest is unbelievable. I love it there. So, I mean, of course, anytime you're on vacation, most of the time you're relaxing. So,
Nicole is asking, do you have any plans to go back to Costa Rica?
I don't have any plans to go back at the moment. I would love to one day. We talk about it, but we just haven't been back yet. One day. There's a lot of places I would love to go, so we'll see.
Who else do you think that we should interview for Ask Tamily interviews?
Everyone! Definitely Loretta.
Okay.
I don't know how to say her name, so I'm probably going to butcher it, but Mako in Hawaii.
Yes.
I just love her. She is so cute, and I would just love to see her interviewed.
That's great.
There's so many that I can't think of off the top of my head.
Well, our goal is certainly to interview as many as we possibly can.
Yes. Tracy McNeil. And
Okay.
then Tracy Fit Life is her cast or
Yes.
handle now. She does the breast cancer every year.
Yes.
She's amazing.
Absolutely.
So I would love to see her.
And she's watching us.
Oh yes. Hi Tracy.
We want to interview you, Tracy.
Yes, we need to interview you.
Okay. I'm just gonna check our list of questions to see if I've asked everything. And anyone that's watching, of course, you can type in a question. Let's see.
One of my best friends just joined. I have to say hi.
Aw.
Joey.
What is your advice to someone that's new to the Tamily or to the method?
To not be scared in the beginning, and stick with it. It is overwhelming in the beginning, but if you can just stay with it and stay focused, you will notice amazing results. But I think it's just scary for people when you first start, and especially with the dance cardio, people really get turned off by it. And I mean, if they join streaming right away, there's so many options now for the dance cardio that you don't have to necessarily learn a dance. You can do the multitask, or I think there's like a low impact now. Yeah. And so, I mean, I would just don't be scared. Don't shy away from the strange movements that we all do.
Right, just try it.
Yeah.
Kim would like to know what your heater brand is.
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head, but I can send it to her.
Okay, yeah.
Is it which Kim? Kim Tamily?
Tamily.
Yeah, I'll send it to you because I have no idea off the top of my head.
And Tracy Fit Family Life said congratulations on your nutrition certification, which I did on your
yes. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about that. When did you get it, and what did you have to do?
So it was a year-long program. It's the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. It's an online program, online school. And I just completed it this past November. It's amazing. It's an unbelievable, so much. And their biggest thing is individuality, which what works for me might not work for you or for somebody else. Trying to help people understand that and how to find for themselves how to create balance themselves, not just what you're eating, but your lifestyle and how you're living. And if there's things going on in your life with, your career or your relationship or family, that you in so many ways. That a lot of times that has a lot to do with why you're not weight or not 100% happy or wanting to make changes. So it's kind of working through all of those things, not just, me giving you a list of food to eat. Mm-hmm. It's everything combined. So it was a great experience. I'm so happy that I did. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to go with it, but I'm glad that I did it. I learned such, and I'm happy to pass along and help however many people or whoever I can.
Awesome.
So,
well, that's very cool. That definitely, obviously fits right in with like Tracy's philosophies and everything
it totally does.
We try to achieve through this. Method, but also our overall lifestyle and approach to health.
Yes. It was, and it's funny because even while I was in school, some of the teachers that come on and lectures that they give, they say a lot of the same things that, Tracy says, or they are so similar that it was so, I felt like I connected with it all so much because I was already kind of in that lifestyle.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it really was.
Aggie has a question for you, and she always asks questions. She wants to know what makes a person beautiful to you.
I knew she was going to get me with something. Oh gosh. Just people's energy. You know, really, if you have a really great energy, positive and happy, and, you know, just that is beautiful to me. And just being honest and you know, full of love as much as you can. That, you know, those things are what's most important to me. That's who I try to surround myself with as much as I can. Thanks, Aggie, for that question.
Yeah, and Catherine said Aggie's the real MVP with the questions.
I mean,
she really
is. Like, every time, it's like this crazy, unbelievable question.
Where we're usually like, well, how many days a week do you work out?
Right.
I mean, that's the main reason why we're here. But it's really good to, you know, be able to get to know something a little bit deeper about you and, you know, make more. So if anyone else has any other questions, you can go ahead and type them in. I think we have answered all the questions that we had planned. But while you have this audience with the Tamily, is there anything else you would like to say to them?
Mostly that I'm just so grateful and happy to be a part of this community. It is so amazing to me. And I really feel that even though I don't necessarily know everyone personally or have met them all, I feel like such a connection to so many. And every day to be able to just watch everybody and see how so many people, especially last week with all the transformation pics, it's just unbelievable to me that we are all a amazing community and so lucky to have somebody. She does nothing but empower us all, and then we in turn empower each other. You know, it's just such a wonderful thing. So I'm just so happy, and I feel so grateful to be a part of it every day.
Well, we're grateful to have you as part of the community and to be such a great, consistent, you know, reliable motivational source. I know I'll see your, you know, streams on Instagram, and I know you'll be able to do all the moves. And so I know they're possible.
Not always.
Like they might not be. So thank you so much for taking time to talk with us today. And if anybody has a last minute question, you can go ahead and type it in. Aggie did say thank you for answering her question, and she said you make people beautiful every day and wanted to know what was beautiful in your eyes in a person. She's
that I loved your question. Give me one.
Definitely. It happens every interview.
Yeah, I know.
But thank you so much again for participating in this interview today. And we'll share the interview. It'll be on my Instagram page for 24 hours, and then we'll get it on to YouTube within a few days, where it'll be forever with all the rest of the Ask Tamily interviews.
Great. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing for doing this. Appreciate it so much. It was so great. I'm so happy to be a part of it.
We're happy for you to be a part of it, too. And a Happy New Year, Tamily! Goodbye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.